I was, I was just going to say that on top of you talking about the weekly goal setting, so I just wanted to focus in on that, because obviously the executive evolution framework that you're on is a customized approach. So there's no cookie cutter. This is the nutrition I give to everyone. It's tailored to you. Everything is tailored to you, the individual. And I think a lot of people try stuff where it's, here's everything in week one, go away and do everything week one, good luck. And I think the reason why the approach that I take with my clients works so well is it's baby steps. So how do you feel about the kind of, 3 to 5 goals per week? If you want to just give anyone watching this a bit of an idea of how the goal setting works from week to week.
We have kind of small, kind of maintainable goals that we hit through the week, and the great thing is we don't end up because a large component of what I used to do was beat myself up a lot if I didn't do something right or something was wrong, or but with the goal setting, it's like you have these kind of small, manageable, achievable goals to hit. We don't hit them, we end up carrying them over to the next week, and they become kind of building blocks. To kind of put this framework in place to help you kind of maintain the weight and have the right mindset to diet and exercise. And I hate that word diet. It's just eating the right stuff basically. Because diet just says to me, it's like, it's just like I said, it's the whole. Whenever I hear the word diet, it sets that thing in motion of yo-yo. It's like, I'm going to diet and then the weight's just going to come back on again. But you've given me the structure and the foundation to maintain that weight loss and keep it off and make a fundamental change to the way I live my life, which is huge.
I think it sounds cheesy when people say this. And I'm really, my industry, the health industry is full of cheese balls, in my opinion. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, it is a lifestyle change, a fundamental shift in the way you view food, the way you eat, how you eat. It's transformative.
It's the what, it's the when, and it's the how of eating. Got to be mindful of what you're eating, when you're eating it, and how much you're eating. And just to clarify, like, we've not at any point, we haven't talked about calorie counting. We haven't talked about weighing food. We haven't talked about meal prepping on a Sunday. It's literally been, at any point, have you felt like you're on a diet? No.
And there's
and you've lost 30 pounds.
Yeah, I've lost 30 pounds, which is nuts. If someone had said that to me, a couple of months back, I'd have been like, what? Like, you're talking about your backside. But it's amazing. In terms of the freedom you have with food, and it's not so prescriptive. Like I said, there's different kind of recipes to follow. Like I personally kind of love cooking, so it's nice to have options in the evening to kind of cook different meals and have normal kind of meals that I have with my family, and I'm still losing weight, which is bonkers.
It's really, really good. I think it's because I've given you some recipe ideas to try and inspire you, but it's definitely not you've got to eat this. There's no time. Like, I'm not being didactic with telling you exactly what, when, and how. It's like, these are the boundaries. This is the framework. We keep talking about framework and structure, but if we can create a framework for every single aspect of your life, so it's guidelines. Therefore, and you also mentioned this earlier, it's like you used to beat yourself up if you didn't succeed in being perfect with something. I say this, I think you probably got fed up of hearing this over the 16 weeks, but progress, not perfection, right? It's a huge part of it, because a lot of people, again, they go into being healthy going, I cannot ever do that again. I have to avoid all of it. I can never eat carbs again. I can never have a chocolate bar again. And it's like, well, that's great, but is it realistic? No. So then that means you're not going to adhere to it in the end. So it's got to be something that you feel comfortable with.